Okay, so this is about the 75th time that I've made this video, so this is the one I'm going to use. Probably not too many people would choose their work office to be the place where they find God, but this is actually one of the places where I frequently connect with God. This job can be incredibly challenging and difficult and heartbreaking, and sometimes I just need to take a few minutes and talk to God to figure out a plan or to find out what I need to do, or just to give myself some time and some space. And also working with the people that I do, just such amazing people, and they're always here for me, and it just reminds me that God put me here and this is where I belong. So this is where I find God, in my office, downtown Cleveland.
Hey friends, it's Jen. I am at my place. This is the Lake Erie Bluffs in Cary. I see God here in every sand, in every rock, in every wave that comes by. It's an overwhelming feeling of His presence around me, and I really needed to be fueled up on that today. So no one else is here. I'm all by myself, just with nature and God's creation, and pretty spiritual for me. Spending time with my Creator. I hope you guys all have a special place that you hear and feel God's presence. I really like this tree. With the opening, I felt like it kind of represented like my life and what are we filling it with, you know? So yeah, that's where I'm at. I hope you guys have a great day, and it's filled with love and peace and acceptance. Love you.
I was thinking about where I feel closest to God, and I started thinking about all the places I feel close to God. And it's not really where I'm at, but it's what I'm doing. I realize that when I am literally being quiet and present and really recognizing my surroundings don't have to be quiet. But I just really need to be observing and noticing all of God's creation. I do love the outdoors. I love sitting in my bedroom. I've told you guys that in a midweek check-in. But I just wanted to let you know that it's really not just one place. It's where my mind is. I hope you have a good day.
Good morning. You're probably surprised where I am for this video. And if I'm being honest, I am too. If I had all the time and the money in the world, I would have gone south to a beach on the ocean and recorded a video from there. I don't know what it is about standing on the edge of the land and the water that can bring so much peace. I definitely feel a connection with the divine there. Another place I thought about showing you was any of the metro parks in the Madison area. I like to go there by myself when I really need to clear my head. Again, there's something about being in creation that allows me to sense God's presence. But instead, I'm sending you this video from my own couch. Because as much as I'd like to be at the ocean or the park, the weather, time, and circumstances don't usually allow me to get there as often as I'd like. So the place where I can connect with God the most is here on my couch, or in my kitchen, or in the car, because those are all places that I can listen to podcasts that help me understand scripture better or work through spiritual questions. Listening to others' experiences and learning about new spiritual things really helps me maintain my relationship with God.
This is my spot right here. I've been coming here for, I don't know, man, at least 20 some years, just right here on the lake. I don't even usually get out of my car. I just come and sit, and if it's warm enough, I roll down the windows and watch the seagulls and watch the waves and see if I can see Canada, and just experience the beauty of God's creation. And there have been many moments where I've walked into this place and been heavy burdened, heavy laden, and walked away with a genuine sense of peace. I absolutely love it. I love it, love it, love it.
All right, so the question is, where do we go? Where do I go to experience God? Is there a location? And I wish I had a spot to show you. I have a wonderful little house, but there's not a place in my house that I necessarily feel the presence of God where I can go to and know that I'm going to experience that. I don't have a place within driving distance. There are beautiful spots in nature, and sometimes I enjoy those or maybe feel the presence of God. But for me, I realized it's because I'm a people person, I'm an extrovert, I'm a person of community, and so I experience God a lot with other people. So with my family, with my son, with my husband, with my parents, my brother, friends from college, friends who I've grown up with, the people who I'm closest with, those are the greatest moments of peace or joy or a sense where I'm experiencing something greater than myself. So I'll give you a quick example. Last month, I had a chance to go on a trip with 5 of my closest friends who I've grown up with. We've been friends for over 30 years. We went to see one of our friends who was living in New York City, and the last morning we were there, we walked over the Brooklyn Bridge into Brooklyn, and it was 70 degrees and sunny. It was beautiful fall weather. We stopped at this little coffee shop in Brooklyn Heights where they made these amazing croissants, got coffee, and we were standing outside, and I sat on the stoop, and I didn't say anything to my friends, but I just looked at them and was just overwhelmed by a sense of just peace of being with them. There's something really special about being with people who know you better than anyone else, who you don't have to pretend to be anyone else with. And I just took that moment and almost like a snapshot in my brain, because I just had this sense of peace and gratitude and just a sense of something greater than myself. And I just remember in that moment being so thankful to God for these people, for these relationships, for the time that we had spent together, for the beautiful weather, for the good food and coffee that we were drinking. And in that moment, again, I have that snapshot in my brain. So for me, it's not necessarily a location, but for me, it's people, the people who I love and I'm very close with. Those are the instances where I know I'm gonna have this experience of just a sense of peace. And again, Thanksgiving, and realizing I'm part of something bigger than myself, and being so overwhelmingly thankful to God for the opportunity to have developed these relationships, whether again it's my family who I'm so thankful for, or friends who I have known for, whether it's again growing up or through college or even here at Open Table Friends Church. So I don't have anything to show you, but that's my story of where I experienced God.
Hi, I'm Tracy. Where do I commune with God? I would have to say that one place used to be my car. On my commute to work and home from work, oftentimes I would talk to Jesus like he is the passenger in my car. It started off just thoughts in my head and led to me actually speaking out loud, having a conversation with Jesus sitting in the passenger seat of my car. The second place is an unintentional place, and it would be my shower. And I say unintentional because I don't think about it. It just kind of happens. I've often thought why, And for one thing, I'm alone. And for a second thing, I think in the shower, you're at your most vulnerable. And that might be the moments where I'm more, have an open mind to hear what God has to say, or oftentimes I even have some deeper thoughts in the shower. So those are my two places. Thank you.
I'm in my car, and this is a place where I really, really get connected to God and to myself. I think when you're in the car driving, especially by yourself, you get that time, that undistracted time to talk to yourself, maybe find out what's going on, and therefore you also get some time to talk to God. And I just really feel at peace and at ease when I'm driving in my car, whether it's a 20-minute trip or several hours. Sometimes with other people, but usually by myself. I just feel like I get that time back to focus and become more present and aware of what's going on, not only with myself, but of those around me. And I don't know, it's just a nice little therapy session. And I always feel really close to God here.